Hey, this is Cheryl Clark from PhenomenalSpeeches.com, and today I wanted to share with you just a few ideas on places where you can practice your speech that are a low pressure environment. So often when I'm talking to my clients, or it could be friend or family, anyone who I know that has a speech coming up and they have the luxury of time, I will always encourage them to practice in front of a live audience in addition to at home alone. There's just a whole nother level of feedback that you're going to get when you practice in front of a live audience. So a few places that I recommend, a few ones that come off the top of my head, are your public library. Oftentimes you can get a meeting room that's low cost or free, where you can invite folks to come in, you can present, you can get some live feedback, and from there you know where to tweak. If what you have to say is relevant to your local community, you can just try getting on the library's actual calendar of events. And now you're speaking to folks who are probably outside of your close circle of friends, and that's always a great way to get some feedback. Another place to look would be Meetup. Last night I went to probably what was the biggest meetup I've ever attended. There were well over 300 folks. It was at Atlanta Tech Village, and there were 5 presenters who had 5 minutes to talk about whatever their product or service was. And they were requesting anything from seed money to developers and coders, folks who are good with MySQL, things of that nature. So Meetup has just about anything you can think of. If you have the time and the inclination, I would explore Meetup as a place to find other venues to present. A little bit more exclusive would be country clubs or city clubs. In Atlanta, we have the Gathering Spot, a city club. We also have the Commerce Club, Buckhead Club. The latter two are part of a larger umbrella. I believe in Philadelphia, you have the Pyramid Club, and in Fort Lauderdale, Tower Club. So they're all over the place. Those will offer a much more controlled environment, not so open to the public, probably a smaller attendance, but it may be a better fit for some of you. Speaking of business environments, Chamber of Commerce will offer, again, a place to present that's relatively low pressure. And then finally, at home. I think at home is a great place to practice your storytelling skills. I know one of my previous videos was on where to find stories. Well, you can practice them at home. Practice brevity, practice, landing the punchline if you're trying to be funny, nailing the climatic or dramatic point in the story, all those things. If you are in tech, that's a great way to see if what you're conveying, if you can take your technical talk and make it non-technical for whoever you invite over to listen to you. So just to recap, I would say public libraries, Meetup, city and country clubs, Chamber of Commerce, and at home. If you can think of any other places, feel free to add them in the comments. I would love to hear your ideas, but those are what comes to mind really quickly right now, places where you can practice public speaking that are low pressure.